up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So North Carolina's offense will have the first possession of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened now.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Blunt. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Penn State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple...
Turning on the Jets. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll try to pop the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Pressure coming. Complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his...
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. He's got it and still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical.
Touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. Turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thornton. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll do it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Tuggle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Takes it the other way. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun to give, looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Thornton. Turns it on in midfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down.
And you've always got to be careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So that wide receiver did a really nice job on that route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
Quickly complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Tar Heels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Snap in the shotgun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripping through the defense. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at first and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
To the air on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab deep. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UNC!
quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged out of the air. He gets it up close to the 25, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Wants to fire on second down. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success, you're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Got him downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Handoff to the lone back. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Rides the back and leaves it. Finding an escape route. Touchdown, Penn State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy that we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Tuggle. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to throw again. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tar Heels will snap it on first and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Almost had the completion, just missed it. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fires to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. Stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it back from inside his foot, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Scooped up by the kicking team.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Back swinging for the goal line. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Buckle up, boys. I think more scores are coming.
And with that score, they now tie the game. The extra point will give them the lead. Maybe they'll be able to take that lead in at halftime. That is huge for their momentum. That touchdown, massive for their confidence as well. And they're going to have to make a few tweaks here at halftime. They're going to have to do things a little bit differently in the second half. But no doubt about it, that touchdown was huge for this offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for space, it's Kelly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Off the RPO, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Got room at the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Might be looking to run. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. This dude is wreaking havoc, flying around on defense, spoiling game plans, and upholding the great legacy of Penn State linebackers.
There's just not very many teams in the country that when you say linebackers, you think of Micah Parsons and Navarro Bowman and LeVar Arrington. I mean, the list goes on and on. They just find guys like this that are special, that can do special things.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have it.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
It's fourth down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, second and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
That's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turning it on. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now it's first and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. Just what they've hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Gets him past the first down marker and still running. He picks it up, still on his feet. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. Here's the give off the left side. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and fires complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking for the goal line. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And this one is perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The offense will put in the play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out fast.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Listen, you can't make every play. You can't cover everybody. But it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the pressure. This time on target. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Wants to keep it in the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Snags it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Got it set up on the outside. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Central Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll try the run. There he goes. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field, to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Tar Heels are on the move. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. It'll be a draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, North Carolina!
this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Kelly. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short.
Here we go.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. A 5-point game here, getting very late in the offense. Will stay on the field on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to